a JTZ joint.
In case you haven't heard, it's that show for the hip hop heads, guaranteed to keep you ahead. Giving you a slice of knowledge is my daily bread. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, party people in the place to be, MCs, scholars of the game, leaders of the intellectual movement, scholars, welcome to the second episode of School's Not Out. And I am your principal host, Botelo Mutle, aka JGZ, and I make this podcasting thing look easy, man. Fana Brajin. One day I'm gonna part the Red Sea and lead my people to the promised land. You can quote me on that. I am God sent. Oh man, I'm that near they warned you about. I'm the second coming to you straight out south. What's good in the hood and bad in the babs? Come on, man, let's get this show on the road. Faka gear one, not clutch go cali gear box. Straight to headlines. Because hip hop, we deal with lines, so usually they go over your head. But don't worry. That's why I am here. You are a scholar. Okay, headlines. NADIA NAKAI experimenting with sounds outside of hip hop. Is hip hop really that fragile when you step away? We are talking trending topics. We're also checking out the latest drops in the game. Then, wait for it, I've got a full review of Joey's brand new album. Yes, you heard that right, man. Plus, I got the top 5 segment that I'm so super excited about. You'd want to stick around for that. Today's classroom activity, scholars. Okay, cool. Let's get our thinking caps on now, shall we? Right. Which South African rapper has most summer awards? No copy now. No plagiarism. I told you on the last episode that you've been plagiarizing, niggas. And please don't come with AI because I can spot AI from a mile. So please don't pull up with some AI because let's start here. So, Eyewitness News released an article by Carlo Peterson, and on the news it says that the Sex Worker Education Advocacy Task Force is confident that sex work will be decriminalized in SA soon. The Sex Worker Education Advocacy Task Force, SWED, yes, you heard that right, SWED. I don't know who came up with this abbreviation, bro, like, I know that you stand for a good cause, but then who named you? Like a customer? Like, okay, in this line of duty, there's so much sweat going on, so we are going to name this organization SWED. That's what it's called. Sex Worker Education Advocacy Task Force, abbreviated SWED. So, yeah, I guess from the sex industry to the music industry, I'll say birds of the same feather. Times Live published an online article saying that NADIA NAKAI is in her experimental era, fusing rap, Afro-pop with 3-step and house in her new sound. And as a scholar, I want you to tell me, what do you think about that? What do you think when, people that are within the culture are stepping outside of the culture to go and experiment? I remember our uncle Snoop, our uncle Snoopy Doki Dog, he once experimented, but I think for Snoop just said too much to smoke. I think, he smoked, looked himself in the mirror, and I don't know, from just being a dog, he just saw himself, transfer into a lion. Was like, okay, now I am Mufasa. You know what I mean? It's like, you know what? Actually, I'm not going to call myself Snoop Dogg anymore. I'm going to call myself Snoop Lion. Like, bro, like, if you're going to look at yourself in the mirror, instead of seeing a dog, starts to see a lion. Like, to start with, you shouldn't even see a dog when you look at the mirror. You should see yourself. But okay, cool, for the sake of argument, let's say you see yourself as Snoop Dogg, but then now you start to see yourself as Snoop Lion. Bro, you should change your deal. That's all I'm gonna say. You should be changing your deal. I remember when they were roasting him on Comedy Central, the guy once said, Snoop's got a new reggae album out. If you are a hip hop fan, you might not have heard about it. But if you are a reggae fan, you definitely didn't hear about it. So hip hop is that cult. And I think, yeah, it is that cult. It has those rules. Once you go black, you never go back. Like once you get out of hip hop, hey bro, like I'm not saying it's impossible to come back, but it's like, because of also Kanye. I remember Kanye did that, 808 and Heartbreaks, experimented. But Kanye is Kanye, you know what I mean? Even Kanye is afraid of Kanye. I remember also Lil Wayne did the whole rock album and experimented. Jay-Z did that Linkin Park thingy. And also when it comes to South African acts, we're also like, yeah, where are you going? Because there's also a danger in there, You can go cross genre and it works out, and sometimes it might not. You know what I mean? Sometimes it might work out for you because of, like, if I'm listening to Folk, President Strata, like, I'm listening to him. Who else? I'm listening to Young Star. I'm like, this cat wouldn't make it in hip hop, bro. Like, if you're talking about the culture and like spitting and like being rap, yo, like, that this shit will fly in piano, you know what I mean? But then in hip hop, bro, like in rap to be specific, like we're talking bars, we're talking, you know what I mean, metaphors, we're talking like, this craftsmanship that only 17 people are going to appreciate, unfortunately, at the end of the day. They want to go, ooh, and Big Hustle will be like, Zolamba. So, like, I'm not saying this to, like, obviously bash on NADIA NAKAI, like, yo, NADIA NAKAI now is trying to explore other genres, and then there's this new kid on the block, and he's trying to, like, bash on the lady, and no, I'm not. It's like, oh, you're taking her because she's female. No, like, yo, there's this new podcast. It's misogynistic. What? Yeah, yeah. What? Misogyny? Yeah. They mentioned the word. What? Misogyny. What's that word, Kunje? Is that word that has to do with girls? Is that one? Let's cancel him. So I don't want to get cancelled on episode 2. This whole Nadia thing just got me thinking about the females in the hip hop space. You know what I mean? The females. I'm like, ish. Because scholars will correct me if I'm wrong, you know what I mean? But I think hip hop, specifically hip hop, it's about, spitting that thing that people will relate to, you know what I mean? That thing that will get you on some, ooh, you know what I mean? Like you're gonna relate to be like, yeah, come on, cool, you know what I mean? And when I listen to female MCs, they'll be spitting something like, yo, my booty got them tweeting from Ebusuku to Emini. Bro, like imagine me singing that, my booty got him tweeting from Ebusuku to Emini, like I mentioned there's a meaning in that line, but then the verse is published. I'm just saying the verse, but I'm talking about like, I'm not gonna talk about my booty, bro. Like I don't even like. And it's not only like Nadia, like I said, bro, like shout out to Nadia, like even international acts, you know what I mean? From your Lil Kim to Nicki Minaj to Cardi B. Cardi B has a line that say, I want you to hit the back of my throat on that thing, that dingling, like, yeah. Man. I want you to hit that thing, that dingling. So you imagine me singing that thing, like, the next episode, I'm with Simon. It's like, okay, tell us, do you perform the natural obligation? I'm a pastor, so you recognize these vegetables. So like, it's because for me, it's like an MCS2. I got 2 pistols that I'm naming Bobby and Whitney because when they get together, they crack heads. Like that's a bar. So, if you're gonna say my pussy pink and my booty hole brown, imagine pulling up in a family meeting and you're playing that. And it's not only the females, funny enough. It's not only the females. Two chains deserves detention, Shout out to North School South. I'm here, the principal. 2 Chainz deserve detention as well. He has a line like, I eat a rapper like a 69. What? You what? You should go back to Titty Boy. And I'm like, 2 Chainz. And I'm like, okay, cool now. So, okay, sharp. 2 Chainz, okay, sharp. And then now, Dedrick West come up on. Here's another funny line. Dedrick West, man. Dedrick West, I did look gay, punya majita after 9. Wait. So you're carrying a pistol that's gay, punya majita after 9. Like, what are you saying, big player? Detention. No. No. Like the very same way that they're trying to regulate podcast and like what should be said and shouldn't be said. I think I'm here to regulate the rap as well. You know what I mean? Like, yo, you can't say that. You can't say this. Come on, I'm the BCC SA of rap here. The Broadcasting Commission of Rap South Africa. Yeah, by me. JGZ. BCCSRS. I know if there's R in there, it means rap. But like, shout out to Nadia. Look, let her go and explore, and if it works out, it's all good, and if it does not work out, like, she'll have to rebrand, she'll have to move from Nadia Nakai to Nadia Nakai, because boy up, it's gonna be like Nadia Nakai. So speaking about transitions, man, let's talk about other acts that are transitioning into other genres. Sizwe Alakain is nominated in the Summer Awards. Okay, good, not a problem. Yes, Sizwe Alakain is a musician. Why shouldn't he get nominated, right? Yeah. He's nominated under rap. Why is Sizwe Alakain nominated under rap, bro? Like, come on. Shout out to Reason. Reason and the masses. Yeah, he could have been nominated for the award. But Sizwe Alakain, bro, Sizwe Alakain is piano. He's there, bro. He's there kneeling on, like on that gospel video when they have their, their white attire on there. Then you can see them, the young star now. That's piano, bro. Like, you know what I mean? So shout out to him, and he should be there, but not in hip hop, dog. Reason was the culture. You know what I mean? Reason had a motive to be in the culture. Shout out to Tumi, right? Scholars. But for Sizwe Alakain to be nominated in the Summer Award, bro, I don't know. You tell me what you think about it. You know what I mean? You tell me what you think about it. So if you don't know, the summer nominees, they came out, and as scholars, as people who follow the game, people who are interested in the game, who like the game, we checked out the hip-hop category. So in the hip-hop category, the nominees are Blake Isomnyama with See You Soon. There's Tony Taiman and Dabezita coming through with Red October. And of course, P4P from Latinova Pound. And Loyal to the Plug, Life and Times of the Don Kilogram. And Resin, I guess. So yeah, those are the nominees, you know what I mean? So I guess we're not going to be talking about, Diedagi, Resin, Audio, Sizwe Alakain, Audio 2 because of it's not hip hop, you know what I mean? He's not hip hop, he's piano. No, but no. Resin does not have a reason to pull up here and then to, because he does not have my address. He does not know where I'm recording this podcast from. So he cannot come through, he cannot pull up here and, test my jaw, kind of like, hey. Resin. So yeah, does not know where I'm, recording this from, But what I can say is this, you see, this is the Show Love compilation. This is the Show Love compilation. Where Resin was not sleeping. There's no sleep there. That's Resin, not Sizwe Alakain. Got what I'm saying? Well, if you're listening to this on Spotify, I just pointed to an album cover behind me, all right? If you are watching this from YouTube, then you obviously saw that. But yeah, shout out to that. So But let's now speak about hip hop now. Now that you are into the category of hip hop, right? First and foremost, Usomnyama, start with Usomnyama on this category, start with Usomnyama. So my thing with Usomnyama, I'm like, I'm also struggling, to just lock him into like hip hop. Like he's the culture, but like it's difficult for me to like like this is our rap nigga, like, and it's not only him, it's like him. It's Flame. Okay, Flame is the culture, but like they're on that line. Future. I don't know. Like they don't. Yeah. So it was difficult for me to peep that whole tape. Yeah. See you soon. It's what I'm saying. So it was difficult for me to peep it. So I think I'm just gonna tone it down to the last three. The last three being. Two coming from Pretoria. Two of those projects coming from Pretoria, and the last one representing Durban, Tony Taimani. So what I'm gonna say. So I'm just gonna like remove albums as I go and substantiate why I think this particular album should win, right? And if you disagree, bro, come on, comment, tell me. It's like you don't know what you're talking about. I can dissect the culture better. Here's what's going on. And because we're dissecting the culture and we're talking about the culture, like, if you want to talk about this, like, let's get the streams out of the way, bro. Let's get, okay, you can give credit to the rollout and everything, but here, let's just talk about the music. You know what I mean? Like, forget the streams and everything. Let's talk about production. Let's talk about delivery. Let's talk about the concept. Let's talk about, the wordplay, let's talk about the sequencing of the project. Let's dissect the album like that, in terms of its music. Let's listen to it as this body of work, as this concept. You know what I mean? So, 25K for me, man. As an album, I think he did too much, bro. I think that's the thing for me. I think he had too much access and he could get anyone, you know what I mean? And then that means he got everyone. Warren Masemola is there. When you're trying to look on their side, Super Mega is there. The whole of Pitori is there. Of which you should have the Pitori influence. You should have niggas. But there was like one too many features. Like you see, like this current Riz feature on, Deep Waters. I'm like, this is a crazy track. But that track can also survive without Riz. Shout out to Maclera, like, it's the first chord and already Jomajita Fetalo border. Like, shout out to, he killed that one, Maclera. That feature was necessary. But if you listen to that song, you can hear, like, Makasavi's got it on the hook, 25 came through as bad. Like, it just became too low. The feature that was important for 25, it was on Peli Machiavelli. That one, the Hustler's Prayer, that was a classic. That's the feature. You know what I mean? I'm like, it got me thinking, like, sometimes you might have access to features and then you waste them. Let that sink in. You might have access to features and waste them. Like, Joe, 25K said, Joe, if you just Java puts on my back. Right? What does that mean? If you just Java puts on my back. And then on this project, he got Java. And then it's almost like a cut and paste. Why am I saying it also sounds like a cut and paste? That joint that he did with Java, he released a freestyle of it. The freestyle was there on the net, and we checked out the freestyle, and then the freestyle was dope, where they had McLaren and them, you know what I mean, they police and, they killing it. And then now when the project comes out, that very same song with the very same beat, now it has Java vocals on it. I'm like, man, you can't misuse a Java feature like that. I mean, like, we all know that this Java is our Drake in this industry, bro. He's like our Drake. Like, if you wanna survive, or if you wanna pull up, or if you're looking for a cosign, if you wanna be like, I am part of the culture, you need a Drake, not a Drake feature. You need a Java feature in the South African context. It's Java, like, when you're looking for a feature, you have to go there and then you find him in his garage there. Working, it's almost like those American movies where somebody's a missionary and everything, and then he's working in his garage and he has to come back for the last mission because only he can do it. That's Java for you, I'm telling you. So he'll pull up, he'll have to pull up there in his garage, and there he's working, he's looking in himself in the mirror. Easy Bugo. I'm kidding, I'm sorry. But I'm saying that, you hear like Uvalo, what happened like on Uvalo? That's Java for you. He gave that kid that thing like, let's go. And I'm not even surprised when that album is not nominated here for best rap album. You know, the shout out to Usigo, but the project from Usigo, it's not the same as Tony Diamani's project. You know what I mean? Because as a first project thing, like I don't know, man. There's I don't know what Usigo is talking about on the album, bro. Like I don't get what he's talking about. Like I get the flows and okay, I'm following, but I'm like, as opposed to Tony Diamani. So like you can hear that I'm moving through these 3 albums, but you can hear why this does not work and why does this work. At least for me, right? And if you disagree with me, scholars, come on, hit me up. But then what I'm trying to say is that what I'm trying to cook is that out of the 3, right? Kilo had like 1 too many features, bro. What are you saying? Like Kilo not kilo pounds are kilo by email. Like Gini oversize mentage, okay, sharp will get to pounds in a minute. But he has everyone there. That's my thing. Like I don't know where is it going. And it was a cool thing when he had that whole Warren Masemola narration, like it gives you that concept. And shout out to Zuchi too. Zuchi coke dope motherfucker. He's a dealer. You got what I'm saying? He's a dealer, but I felt like, oh, they dealt too much on that one. I think they dealt too much. You know, they had like a lot going on, which gives me my point in terms of why I think the album that I think should win this summer, you know. First album, I think there's that thing when it comes to first albums, bro. Like I'm on Ep 2 now, like Ep 1, I don't think I can even live up to that, you know what I mean? Here's what's going on when it comes to the craftsmanship of hip-hop. Album number 1 is your story. And you have only limited access when you are recording this project, all right? So only if you are only having this limited time when you are recording this project, then and resources, that's when your creativity comes in the most. Or you have a lot to say, but you want to kill your babies and keep the best babies. Like, Pray for Pitori should win the summer award, bro. Like, there's a line where after the project, like on the credits there at the end, it's like, yo, bro, it took blood, sweat, and tears to record this project. We lost some of the files, but you know, whatever we had left, we made sure that we compiled this. Like you can hear that, you know, here's a line. It's like, ish, kids are more record about load chili. Like, what I'm saying, like, then after like, you can hear pounds like this is the story. Like, Pray for Pitori. That's what I'm saying. So shout out. So I think that should win, and I'll touch on why that should win in a minute. But let me tell you why Tony Daman is also a contender in this thing. So you see, I can hear Tony Daman, like, you know, you know what I mean? It's like the Red Tober in dark shade. So you can see the importance of the title and the rollout. And you know, I think the first song is Bayete. You know, so you can hear him like he's embracing that Zulu-ness within him, like his culture. You can hear like he's actually speaking like Kupuga, like he's trying to move to another level. Like, yo, from this first album, I'm trying to be the best that I'm trying to be, and that's what hip hop represents. The rags to riches story, you know, that's what's inspiring about hip hop, you know, to be able to see like people moving up from rags to riches and being able to see that, being able to relate. Hence, we can sing along to Who's Selling Better? Who's selling better than me? Because you can see that kid is being struggling from a small ponytail to a big ponytail. You got what I'm saying? So Tony Diamond also have that, and if Wish List is also on that project, wish list. Yo, I shout out to my man. Yeah, Questa. Yo, Questa Younger went in there. Yeah. But yeah, I think who should win this thing? Definitely P4P. Pray for Pitori, from even the title, Pray for Pitori, even the artwork you can see is there in the church looking back at us like, yeah, bro, we out here, we can see you. And crazy enough, it's like the things that I was praying about. Like, oh, kid, let the kid cook. So it's a very It's a very, very wonderful album because of, Pray for Pitori. Because if you know Pitori, the biggest street is church, right? So as soon as you hit church, then you start praying. Because once you are in Pretoria, then you are blessed, I think Paul Kruger at the church. So Pretoria has got that thing, was like, yo, Twana. So, excuse me. So that project, it's a wonderful project. I liked all the songs, Ntwana Anyango Senda CV, Frostada Mamazal. Even the features, you can hear the features there. I think Berry Jive has one of the best performances on the project. He has one of these crazy hooks on that song. Oh, the song that bridges. Oh my God. The 25K feature also, it's also a very important feature. Like, it's very, very necessary. And you can obviously see why, I think P4P, man, I think it's blood, sweat, and tears. Like, you can't do anything to first albums. Even Kilos, even 25Ks. The reason why I went hard also on Kilo is that Pay Machiavelli is a classic, bro. Pay Machiavelli is a classic. In every feature there, it makes sense. The flame feature, it's flame. That's Till Dawn. Hustler's Prayer, it's flame. What does Matlera do, boy? It's flame. And the MT feature, it's flame, bro. I'm telling you, dog. Like, there's nothing that we can do, bro. There's nothing we can do about first album. They have that thing, bro. Like, Jay-Z, without a reasonable doubt, arguably he has one of the best debut albums. See what I did there? But you're a scholar. I know you got me. But that's what I'm saying. Like, even Nas with Illmatic, you know what I mean? That's a very dope project because it is the first project. It's blood, sweat, and tears. So go check out your favorite MC and go check out their first work. Like, even if we check out Eminem's Infinite, like, you can hear the real Eminem. I know the Slim Shady Show and everything, like, that's better, but you can hear the craftsmanship, you can hear the cry, you can hear, like, here's why we fucking with you. You know what I mean? And shout out to P4P. I'll be very, very sad, man, if this album does not, win best rap. Pray for Pitori, pray for Pitori. Come on, bro. Even the sequencing, even all the songs, you can hear like this is an album, bro. You know what I mean? And like, it's the best rap. Cool. Speaking about albums, man, from the best albums that were nominated, and I'm okay before. Man, here's the thing. Scholars will tell me, and like, because 2024 was a crazy, crazy year for like, hip hop. I think it was an insane year. They tried to redo the 2014. No, they couldn't live up to that standard. That's not what I'm saying. But 2024 was so beautiful. It was so interesting. Like, out of all the albums that I released, also because of a lot of people released. My thing was, why was All Dogs Go to Heaven? Why was it not considered? That's a very beautiful project. Like, All Dogs Go to Heaven. Like, that, 25K feature, surprise feature, beautiful. Big Dog, that Flo Jones Jr. song, where he also has pounds on it. Clever. There's like a whole lot of songs, like All Dogs. Like, it's a beautiful project. I don't know why All Dogs Go to Heaven was also not nominated. It should have been nominated, and they should have replaced it with some of the acts that are not within this culture of ours, So in our feature album review, we are going to be reviewing Joey Bada's new album, Lonely at the Top. He released it August 29, and I was able to peep it, check it out, and it's called Lonely at the Top. So, Joey's back, and I don't know, man, if you rock with Joey, you know that he should have been signed to the Rock, but he knew that his niggas are still assigned to the Rock, so he's like, yo, stop. But yeah, speaking about the album, man, it's a decent project. I think first and foremost, what I like about the album is the album cover. The album cover is very abstract. It has this, I don't think it's gold, but it has this gold dust in it. If you are watching on YouTube or pop it up, it's like a face, right? And it has these gold things, and just beneath the nose, it's like red. So I don't know if It's bleeding, what's going on. You can see the eyes are all looking down, you know, almost like looking down on everyone, you know what I mean? And which just spoke to the concept of, you know, lonely at the top, because my thing was like, yo, is it that lonely at the top? The first track is called Tak Ora. You can hear the song when it comes in, it's very cinematic, and you know, it's setting the mood, the strings there, the flows, it's giving us that Joey, because if you know Joey from 1999 or 2000, you know, then you know like, yo, this is Joey. And then the second song, bang, you know, Swang White, he has Westside Ghana there, very lyrical, very tight, he goes in, he starts to like, you know, go deeper into the concept, and you can see how vulnerable it is for him to be at the top, because he's spitting this thing from a God's point of view. Like, you know, he says he's king, you know. I'll tell you why he's king, because of his relaying why he's king from, you know, bar to bar, feature to feature. So that song, you should check it out, scholars. It's a very, very layered minimum instrumentals. You can hear the rappers spitting. Westside Ghana, when it comes in, it's just the bliss. Oh my God, it's just the bliss. And then when it gets to like track 3, this song is released by Cat Knight. It's very upbeat, like released by a Pharrell, almost like a Pharrell Neptunes type, you know, electronic. But yeah. And then there's this song what he did with Ty Dolla $ign called Ready to Love. It's almost sound like Fela and Versace. If you know AKA's Fela and Versace, it really sound like that song. But some of the joints that I liked, bro, Dark Aura, obviously, Swang White, you know, PK's Finest. I think CJ's Fly has one of the best performances on that rap song, produced by Steady Selector. If you know the progressive era and everyone that is attached to the movement, then you know PK's Finest. Come on, it's Brooklyn, you know what I mean? And they're just there, the spitting is very amazing. And also, when he listens it, Joey comes back on Speeding Through the Pain. I like that too. I like the storytelling, you know, the cadence, the delivery, you know. It's talking about, you know, like, it's very boom bap, but not boom bap in your face. Very listenable, like, very mature Joey Badass, you know what I mean? And if you've been checking out the latest Joey Badass, then you would know how he's been moving as of late, you know what I mean? So, it's very, it's a beautiful project, man. My favorite joint on the album is Still, you know what I mean? It's a yet another important feature. Joey goes in, but so is Soul Brother number 3. Ooh, that nigga goes in, and he goes in hard. Like, and I also like the relay, because you know what I mean? It also features Rhapsody. Shout out to Rhapsody. I wish he had a verse, because she's an MC, man. Her booty is not twigging from a Busugu to a mean. Like, she really speed bars. You should check out her NPR if you wanna see what I'm talking about. You know, Rhapsody, she's like, she can go toe to toe with, you know, Kendrick and them. You know what I mean? But you know, speaking about the MCs, Absol, he compliments Joey so much, and they have this thing, because Joey has this whole scheme, right? Where he's talking about him being king, because obviously, you know, the concept, lonely at the top. So if you're at the top, that means you're the king, president, or somebody who's like up there, right? So he's talking about like how he's, you know, he's king and how he's looking down on the game. So it's like, you know, say, better watch the throne. So I don't know. I say, better watch the throne. It's what the game's missing. I don't know. So I don't know if that's the Kanye and Jay line, but they continue to say the 6th member of the commission, but they ain't listening. They more worried about my chain listening or what I'm whipping. Ooh, right? So you can hear that schemes like, oh, he's still a slave. You know what I mean? Because of the whole relation of, you know, chains and whips. Like, it's a whip, a car, obviously, and then a whip, getting whipped. Chains, the slavery, and chains like, how many gold chains do you have? You know what I mean? But then it continues to say, a wise man once said it was written. Because obviously we know Nas released an album, said it was written. So he's within the whole New York space if you listen to it, because of, you know, Watch the Throne, that's what the game is missing. It was written, so from Jay to Nas. And if you've been listening, if you know Joey, then you know how much he admires these MCs, right? And then he continues to say, a wise man said it was written, but I don't need a pen. Who does not need a pen? Jay-Z. GMN does not write his bars. Let's go. A wise man once said it was written. Nas. But I don't need a pen. I see the writings on the wall. Call it superstition. I got that Stevie vision. Craftsmanship, bro. That verse, 5 out of 5. Without fear or favor. No fear of contradiction, 5 out of 5. And then you think it's done. And then soul brother number 3 pulls up. Opening bars, what does he say? Taking advantage of my vantage point. If you know the movie Vantage Point, then you will know he's playing directly into what Joey has been saying about him being king, being lonely at the top. You know, so if you know Vantage Point, then you know that scene on the balcony, getting assassinated, then you know the whole thing and that vulnerability that I talked about. Because of if at the top, you become vulnerable, you don't know who to trust. You know what I mean? But then Epsol, because he's a smart motherfucker, he's a smart scholar, he's one of the leaders of the intellectual movement. What does he do? Because he's KRS2, he's taking advantage of his vantage point. Aye. And then he continues to say, you know, the 5th horseman appointed to redirect the apocalypse. Whoo! And then, okay, you tell me if I'm reaching, right? And then you concern, because of here's this, the 5th man appointed to redirect the apocalypse, right? And then he continues to say what? He says, in an Impala, flipping the hydraulic switch. So Impala, horse, right? Hydraulic in an Impala, switching, flipping, changing. It's all brother number 3. It's possible that he can speak like, come on, bro. That's craftsmanship right there. That's craftsmanship at its best, bro. You know what I mean? Bro. Steering the wheel of fortune, like from redirecting the apocalypse to, you know what I mean, like the whole scheme about kings and cars and changing the Impala, the horse, like come on, man. What does he say he is? He say, smarter matter disguised as a remarkable author. Smarter matter disguised as a remarkable author. I gotta go farther for the sake of my daughters. On the actual song, he repeats the lines. He says, I gotta go farther for the sake of my daughters. Aye! Go pick that song, man. Go pick that song. Yo, Joey Bada, shout out to him. He's also going on tour, I think from October 29 up until November. Flip, man. The tour is called, it's named after Dark Aura, the opening song, no? And it also features Epsol and Rhapsodies. So I guess Rhapsodies made it to the top because of the hook. Maybe she is the hook on the top. Alright, man, moving right along, man. Pulling up to one of my favorite features on this show. I think this one is going to become my favorite feature. I know I'm being biased. No disrespect to other segments, you know. I think all the segments are fire, but this one is definitely going to be fire for me. I'm going to enjoy. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, are you ready for me to introduce our segment called Top 5? Right, this segment is called Top 5. So basically in Top 5, we're going to be profiling top 5 of the best things from a scholar, right? So this week we're going to be dissecting top 5, and we're going to be paying homage and just studying this scholarship, you know, because of that one chapter that has been closed so it can be studied. You know what I mean? So if you finish writing a book, then it can be published and then we can read it because we know there's no second book that's coming. So we are going to do top 5 super mega verses of all times. Yeah, buddy. We have Keenan Forbes, aka the super mega. You know what I mean? So yeah, so the top 5 verses from 5 to 1. Yeah, I'm putting myself on the chopping block, and if you're gonna disagree with me, well, I'm gonna drop. Well, I can't drop my address, because if I drop my address, then you know, Caesar Lacan will know where I stay. Then come and test my jaw. Hey, I don't want to give him a reason to test my jaw. Right, okay, cool, sharp. Damn, this was difficult to compile, bro. Oh, the Super Mega is such a classic MC, you know, because also MCs also have that thing, a point in their careers where they just go on a feature run, you know, where they just murdering everything that breathes or bleeds, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, the shout out to Cannibals, you know, like, they just, so Super Mega, once he got onto the Super Mega thing, yo, he killed everything that he came across, bro. So I was like, yo, he's literally like to kill my babies. I'm like, yo, are you sure that you want to do top 5, you know? Because it should be top 10 with the Super Mega or something like that, you know? So yeah, top 5. At number 5, bro, at number 5, crazy, ready or not, here we go. At number 5, I'm going to say Composure, third verse. Aye, that verse on Composure is, You want to charge me 80,000 for a beat? Street on smash, but the video trash. But that's not why it's one of his greatest verses. But he talks about, you know, coming home late, dinner plate in the microwave, you know, talking about making different living arrangements. Like, because if you know about it, then you know the Super Mega loves his daughter, the Super Mega loves, you know, his family. So you think about all that things like, yo. He killed that verse, the cadence, the delivery, you can hear it. So that's why it's a classic, it's more than just a diss track. Like, he has his soul there because he's addressing a lot of issues there. So shout out to the Super Mega. I think at number 5, I'm going to put in Composure, third verse. Go listen to it, man, and come back, and then we're going to argue. At number 4, dang! At number 4, I'm going to say Bang Out. Banger. Whoo! That's one of the most classic verses from the Super Mega, one of the classic verses of all time from the Super Mega. I'm going to say this without fear of contradiction, without fear of favor. That's the only song where there is the Super Mega and there is KO, where the Super Mega managed to body bag KO. Scholars, what KO did to Kenan on God's Will, it's ungodly. KO body bagged aka KO. What he did on Ranjosi, let's not even talk about Ranjosi, because Kenan went in 2 verses, but still KO had 1 solid verse. When he did those push-ups on the taxi, it was over for the Super Mega. It was over. But then on the song, banger, the Super Mega said, you're gonna need a Kaizer Chief funeral plan after this. He's established, bro. He's about to send the Uber to your address. Bro, he spent something on, so he went to Sway. He went all the way to America. What did he do? He went to Sway and then he spent a written and said, I can't believe I'm sitting on the same chair as Tibib. Okay. And then he felt like, you can't fly for 23 hours, pull up Sway in the morning and go speed there. That's trash. And he said, come on, Sway, play me something else. And then they played him that YG beat. He said, YG, who do you love? Right? He said, it's not YG, but he said, nigga, your goatee, is it your goatee? I think it's your goatee. Who do you love? Who do you love? I think it's YG. Right? And then they play him that song. And then what does he do? Body bags it. Banger. So yeah, that one I would say it's on number 4. One of his best verses of all time, bro. The cadence, the delivery, the flow, bro. Like, hey, man, Kenan was on his back on that one, man. Number 3, I'm gonna say, that's what's up. They like, that's what's up. They like, that's what's up. Oh, bro, like, if you are in a track with Zeus and Stogie, if you know Stogie, he was going in a studio at the time. If you're gonna be in a song with Tumi and they say, okay, Young King, go at the end, then you know, like, he trusts you. He's like literally giving you the batons, like, yo, bro, you're the new king, run with it. You're no longer prince. Now you're a king. You know what I mean? And what did he do, the Super Mega, when he came in? He said, first time in my life, I got something to lose. First time in my life, I got nothing to prove. Like, if you know Keenan, like, and how he was moving, and when he says, first time in my life, I got something to lose. You know, it's Cairo, it's endorsements, it's this whole thing. So the way he's moving, like if you peeped him at the time, then you'd know how he was moving. And I was like, ooh, because of Stogie went in on that one, the answer, performer of all sorts, course, genres, and like you can hear like yo. Now we are on air like asthma pumps, like yo, Zeus opened up, set the bar high with a crazy flow. But then what did the Super Mega do? Winning awards, going wild the whole night. Come on now. So I say, without fear or favor, because that was a crazy track and it was a monumental thing for, like, you know, hip hop, you know, as a whole, like hip hop, like yo, that's what's up, like MCs stand up, here's something for us. Feed on this. You know what I mean? It was a crazy time, bro. It was amazing, you know. At number 2, right? At number 2, the Super Mega, you know, top 5 at number 2. At number 2, I'm gonna say Dreamwork, second verse. I think it's the same thing as Composure, like what he's talking about, you know, I just pray that I'm home for Christmas, road to riches. Like, you know what I mean? Like little things, you know what I mean? Like, it's almost like what he's speaking on that song when he has Gemini Major, like Super Mega fucking debate who got better pass. You know, I'm way past, like, I'm here to make art, you know, like, fuck a debate who got better pass, you know? Because here, listen to me, I'm here debating, like, oh, this bar is better than that bar, so I'm papatic. Bro, that ain't paying the bills, bro. I'm here to do art. But then, don't be fooled, the Super Mega did art. That's why on this feature, I started with him, because he was an artist, bro. He was about the craftsmanship, bro. So, yeah, that verse goes in, bro. That verse, like, ooh, one of his best, you know. Number 1, it's, before I give you number 1, is this the Super Mega, bro? Before I give you number 1, I'm going to put in honorable mentions, you know what I mean? Honorable mentions are Star Signs, verse 1. There's a Mega, how, yo, like, Super Mega, how is so relevant in the era where niggas sound so American, no pride in their heritage. That's why they won't be remembered. Yo, why is this verse not here? You see now. I told you about top 5. That's for my first honorable mention. I'm like, why is it not here? Why is it not here? I said, tell me why is he not here, my brother? Oh, ain't nobody gonna remember them. You know what I mean? Like, ain't nobody gonna remember them. They're gonna go, fuck the saga. Yo, what he did on the saga, man. I had the saga on repeat. Oh, the way it's going in on the saga, man. Yo, I always knew I would be the Super Mega. On my second album, they treat me like a legend. Yo, bro, just remembering the top of my head, because you know what I mean. But that was a very classic, delivery as well. Pump the cheese up. For how long are this corporate going to grease us? That was also fire. Tiki, yo, who can forget Tiki, yeah, the Super Mega. The cadence, the smoothness, Abuti. The Super Mega has got a lot. And like I should have said, in this episode, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to discuss the Super Mega. And this whole episode becomes about the Super Mega because of the Super Mega touchdown every city you go. Head, you're gonna fill up the dome. I'm about to fill up your home. Damn, God's will is impeccable as well. Lord, give me solid gold. Give me endless knowledge and wisdom. Friend of foe, how hard are we go? Who knows the difference? Madiba knows design my clothes. We on a mission. Ooh, the vision pristine. So they, Okay, cool. Sure. Fight me, bro. Fight me. At number 1, I have Stay Scheming remix. Yeah, it features, it's from DJ Capita. Yeah, DJ Capita. It's Capita. Man, Capita was standing with the raps. It was DJ Who. Damn, what's Capita, by the way? It's Fanatic, DJ Fanatic, yeah, DJ Fanatic. Shout out to DJ Fanatic. I want to know what's DJ Fanatic as well. And then I'm gonna talk about hip hop DJs one time, and I'll tell you why they're important and why they need to come back to their culture. I'll tell you why, but we're gonna have a feature about that. You know what I mean? Comment and remind me. Game Fanatic, DJ Fanatic featuring AKA. He was AKA's official DJ at the time, and Kid X and Smashes were signed to Cash Time, so they did the whole thing. And the Superman goes in. Let me drink some water. Superman goes in. He say, legendary my dog, that swear to my arm. If you know Superman has a tattoo written legendary. Legendary my dog, that swear to my arm. I told them to call me Prince. They started calling me King. They should be calling me Vince. I put my arm in the ring. Lot of... What's going to say? He says it's Jordan because he's Lord of the Rings. All these Jordans are important because he's the Lord of the Rings. Like, hey, bro. Legendary my dog. That swear to my ink. I told them to calling me Prince. They started calling me King. They should be calling me Vince. I put my arm in the ring. All my Jordans are important because I'm the Lord of the Rings. Super big of us on his back on that one. Yo, if you don't know that first, go and peep it, scholars. Go and peep it. Yo. That one is fire. Superman goes in. Yo, going toe to toe with Grammy winners. Yo, that's a nigga. Hi. Superman goes in, bro. Superman goes in. Oh, another one. He was on his back, bro. You should check out that verse, bro. I think that's number 1. That's number 1 greatest verse of all time. Look, if you disagree with me, I don't know, bro. I don't know. You got problems on top of a problem. Yo, so yeah, that's my top 5, verses of all time from the Super Mega. If you disagree, comment and tell me which ones are your top 5 from the Super Mega and which artists should we feature next, man. Yeah, that's top 5 feature here featuring AKA the Super Mega, Keenan Forbes, RIP the Super Mega, man. And I did say at number 5, I have Composure, verse 3. At number 4, I have Bang Out by DJ Vigilante featuring KO and Nasty C. At number 3, I have That's What's Up by Zeus featuring T from the V to me and the Super Mega, obviously. At number 2, I have Dreamwork featuring Yanga. Second verse, Ike Fire. Number 1, it's on a mixtape, bro. Stay Scheming, names. Shout out to you. Yep. From legendary MCs to legendary facts. One of the first mainstream songs to go public. The song is called Rapper's Delight by the Sugar Hill Gang. It was released in 1979. It was the first hip-hop song to gain a recognition and an audience. If you don't know who the Sugar Hill Gang is, go educate yourself. That's what scholarship is all about. You know what I mean? If you don't know Rapper's Delight, go peep it. Before we leave, man, I haven't forgotten who is the South African rapper with the most Summer Awards. You guessed right, man. An MC that has the most hip hop awards. You guessed right. It is Questa, Mr. Dakar. Questa Dakar 2. Yeah, he won 6 Summer Awards in one night. So he won Best Rap Album, Male Artist of the Year, Album of the Year, Best Collabo with Ngutu, and Highest Airplay, Samru and Sampra. Yep. Well, if you knew the answer and if you felt like my question was simple, I'll beef it up the next time. I'll make it better. I'll make you work for your meal ticket. Oh, see what he did there. All right, cool, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Before we getting out of here, let me plug the new music that's coming up. Yeah, man. On the 8th of September, Young King, the king of rap from Denville, is dropping his mixtape called Business as Usual. And I like that, man. I even like the name, and I like the concept, and I like the mindset, because that's rap. Rap is business, the music business. So you release a tape because it's business as usual. It's just like me. I'm just want to release episodes business as usual. I won't wait for the what's trending in hip-hop this week. Nah, it's business as usual, bro. So we just releasing. So also, if you want me to peep into the album and check on it and review it, tell me, hit me up, get me across all socials on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, at JGeezy. On X is J_Jeezy, but all the other socials is at JGeezy. Yo, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, scholars, shout out to my grandmother. She had to switch off her radio so that I can record this episode. I'm gonna leave you with this. A wise man once said, "Forget the color of their faces. It's all pink inside." Till the next time, we're gone.